Hi, I'm James Schilling-Law. I'm here at the ASTA Global Convention in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and this is now day 2 of this wonderful conference. And we're here with Katie Williams, who is the Chief Operating Officer and co-founder of Tern. Now, what's Tern? Well, that's why we're here to find out. She's exhibiting here at ASTA for the first time. I met her at another ASTA event, I believe it was the ASTA River Cruise Expo. So she obviously is looking at ASTA as a market, and we're going to find out what Tern is all about and more on Insider Travel Report. Katie, first of all, great to see you here. We talked about you being down here, and here you are.
Here we are.
So Katie, the big question, what is Tern?
Thanks, James. So Tern, we are building the back office operating system for the travel advisor. So we actually came to this event last year in September in San Francisco. And our primary takeaway, and this was early Tern days, we thought we had formulated an idea for the business, but weren't entirely sure. And what we walked away from that conference with, the primary takeaway was the technology in this ecosystem is fragmented and disparate. And so travel advisors are piecemealing together several different systems. So what that means we're building this back office operating system for the travel advisor, combining trip planning and itinerary building, CRM, task management, and messaging, so that ideally, and commission management and reconciliation. So ideally, travel advisors have one system to manage their entire business.
And for what scale, what kind of agency is this good for?
So, I mean, when we're kind of fully up and running, it should be for really anybody, any type of business.
You can do it as a solo practitioner, you could be it as an independent contractor, or to enlarge.
You can be an independent contractor, you can be a hosted advisor, you can be a small agency with 100 ICs. We are building the system that is meant to work for any type of business. And so we're actually launching to our beta partners in the next couple of weeks. And that early group, which we're branding as our founding flock, is going to really be a broad swath of different types of advisors, to exactly your point, so that we can really learn and build and iterate for every type of business.
Yeah, because most of these agencies have been using legacy products, often supplied by their GDSs in the year. I remember, Sabre used to do this kind of stuff, and they put in, and there were a whole flock of products like this. And then there was one that everybody used. I'm trying to remember what it was, but I'm forgetting these days. But there is one product that everyone was using for a while, and now you're coming out with sort of the next generation of this, right?
That's exactly right. We want to bring it into the modern ages, build for the modern travel advisor. And really, that's why we come to events like this. Certainly exhibiting is great for our brand, but we're learning. We want to build for travel advisors as travel advisors exist today, post-COVID. And so we're learning a ton, we're iterating a bunch, and our backgrounds are in technology. So that's the perspective that we really bring to this. We think if we can partner closely with travel advisors, we can build something incredibly modern, incredibly differentiated, and really unique.
Well, it's needed right now because obviously, as I mentioned, they've been using legacy systems and using pieced-together systems. Now, when did you first look at this and said this is an area that we want to focus on?
Oh, it's a great question. So myself and one of my co-founders, there's 3 co-founders of the Tern business. My one co-founder and I were sort of commiserating. This was actually during COVID. He was living across the pond in the UK. And so we were doing a bunch of regional travel during COVID and a variety of travel missteps. We've all experienced them. So we were both kind of commiserating on that, and he said, I wonder if this would have been different if I worked with a travel advisor. And neither of us had historically had. So that was when we decided to okay, is this a space we think that we could be in, that we could build good technology for, which is when we decided to show up at ASTA last year. We decided to kind of drop, we're like, you know what, we'll just go to this conference and we'll talk to people and we'll learn. And that will tell us if this is a space that we should be in. And as I mentioned before, we walked away from that, absolutely, there is a technology need here and we want to fill the gap.
Well, it looks like you're really trying hard, and I think you will. Now, where's Tern come from, the name?
Oh, great question. It's one of my favorites to answer. So Tern is after the Arctic tern. So for those that don't know, the Arctic tern, they have the kind of broadest migratory pattern. They migrate from pole to pole. And in terms of the travel connection, we just loved that. We thought it was well representative of our brand, well representative of travel advisors and how they plan trips for people. And so we just love the connection.
Now, what's going to be your revenue model once you get a significant number of travel agencies to do this? What are they going to have to pay, and how will they work with you?
Absolutely. So we're building sort of a kind of a traditional software model for travel advisors. So we're actually launching with our founding flock, as I mentioned earlier, in the next couple of weeks, and we're pricing that as a tremendous thank you for the people that are partnering with us early at $15 a month. And then after that, as we get closer to generally available, which will hit in kind of like August, September timeframe, that'll be $59 a month. And the way that we price that is if you are using 3 separate systems, which we're finding on average travel advisors are today, we are priced at basically 2 of those. So we will bring all 3 of those into one system, and we priced at 2 of them. So in theory, over time, you should really be saving money on software costs for your business.
Well, it sounds like it's a pretty affordable price for doing all that in the back office, and I'm sure you've been paying that for other systems. And now, because this is a new age, there was a time when there were some systems everybody used, some CRMs that everybody used, and now you're including CRMs and all these other things too.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we think that, travel advisor, these are entrepreneurs building businesses, switching from system to system, entering that data, duplicate, triplicate time. It's unreasonable. We want to build the single source of truth for travel advisors to be able to become more efficient and ultimately grow their businesses, not thinking about having to piecemeal together 4 different tools to run their business.
And absolutely, that's great. Now, I'm a travel advisor out there. I'm interested in learning more about this, and also maybe becoming one of your. Right now, maybe too late to get being part of your flock.
Yeah.
But if I really do want to know more about it and become another, in your next iteration of testing, how do I get in touch with you, and what do I do?
Absolutely. Great question. So our website is tern.travel, TERN.travel. We actually have both waitlists on the website today, so you can sign up for either. So if the general waitlist makes more sense for you because you kind of want those early partners to work out the kinks for you, amazing. Go ahead and sign up there. Otherwise, the founding flock is still open. So we're locking in spots for that, which will close in the next couple of months. And then, or just reach out to me, Katie at tern.travel, KATIE. Would love to talk to any and everyone that's interested.
Fantastic. Well, Katie, great to learn about Tern. Great to learn that you're here and really trying to develop products for travel agencies, independents, a whole range of travel agency services. So good luck with this project. Sounds like you're off to a great start, and we're looking for even more in the months and years ahead.
Thanks so much, James. Really appreciate it.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.